Hello everybody and welcome to Slay the Spire. We are playing as the Watcher on Ascension 6, which says start each run damaged. So that kind of complements number 5, which basically we're just getting less health to deal with. And that's the whole point of the game, is as you rise through each act, you're using your health to make yourself stronger. So a little bit crippling there. Choose a card to obtain, a little ho-hum. Enemies in your next 3 combats. Let's see here. This might actually be the first time in a while that I've gotten that option and haven't been able to snipe an elite. Choose a rare card is always interesting. On the Watchers, rare cards vary from, not particularly great to really great. And when you have 3 to choose from, there's usually at least one good one in there. And here the lose 7 max HP isn't as impactful because we're already down 7 HP. I mean, there's healing effects, obviously, but let's give that a try. Apotheosis, glad we did. That is huge. That's probably one of the best colorless cards you could ask for. Alright. So, let's see here. I see elite, that's 2, 3. Okay, so 3 elites, store, 2 campfires. That's a pretty good path. Alright, so if we go here, we get our 3 easy hallway fights in before the first elite. Seems good. Opening hand Apotheosis, the best kind. I'll take it. I actually saw a run, I think it was Baylor Lord, where he had not only Apotheosis upgraded, but also whatever bottle applies to skills. So he was guaranteed it in his opening hand. Let's see, 36 and 9 is 45. That's lethal. Flurry of Blows, very good early pickup. I suppose I should have spent more time on that, because just lucky to find the Apotheosis. Although if it keeps pretending it's bottled, we're not going to have that problem. Now, of course, we'll go ahead and do whatever we can here. Oh yeah, it's Miracle Plus. We can just play a defend, because why not? Alright. Easy win. Smoke Bomb. I haven't seen one of those in a little while. Sands of Time is going to be my pick here. I actually slept on this card for a while, and then I saw it used a great effect, and it revealed to me what it was I was missing about the card. It's like, yeah, it might be a little awkward to play, but it just has a big number on it. We could actually play it turn 1 if we absolutely wanted to. Sometimes we enter Wrath by exiting Calm, so we generate energy. Like, the fact that it's awkward to play doesn't make it play prohibitive. Remove a card or gain some gold. We do have a store that we will probably have 160 at by the time we get to, but probably not 300, and also probably not 300 if we were to take this. Meanwhile, because of Apotheosis, I think, and Sands of Time actually, yeah, because of both of those cards, I think stripping the deck down makes sense already. Hey, we get some max HP back. Very good. Jawworm. Apotheosis. Wow. Wow. Okay, we can Miracle Plus, which allows us to still get a strike in. Sweet. Let's see, we have 18. Yeah, here Sands of Time is just lethal. And totally playable the turn after we draw it. Entropic Brew. Which is a little unfortunate, because for as long as we have the Smoke Bomb, this probably just ends up being 2 potions. Flurry of Blows number 2. It works. Increases our chance of finding one. Makes our stance changes even more impactful. Alright. So, obviously, 1 upgrade to rule them all. We upgrade that. It upgrades everything else. Easy peasy. In fact, I suppose it could be argued that campfires are just less valuable in general. Now, obviously, we don't have the bottle, but let's see. So we could do this. Dang. This is unfortunate. Do we leave ourselves in wrath? We kind of have to. Kind of have to. No, let's... I don't know. I don't know the right answer there. I could see it going both ways. Miracle would have only been strike if we used it for that because it's plus. Alright, so here... flurry of blows, strike, and then defend twice. So we're taking 16. We're taking 4. For that reason, I think, maybe. And now if we can find eruption, it's just lethal. Didn't find it. But does this make it lethal? No. 27 over 26. Not enough. So we will go ahead and play this. Now we have lethal for sure, but we did take a fair amount of damage. Strike dummy. Wow. It is the run of upgrades. This upgrades everything. This upgrades these 4. And this makes these strike plus pluses. All 3 of these are interesting. Establishment with for just Sands of Time is somewhat justified, though maybe not at this stage of the game. This would be relatively useless. Foresight, similarly, it is draw, helps us get to the Apotheosis, but this is also draw that alters our stance, and since we have 2 Flurry of Blows, I think that is the way to go. Okay, smithing time. So normally I would say at this point you want to take your heaviest hitter and make it hit harder. However, the nature of how Sands of Time is played, I think we can rely on Apotheosis, right? Because by the time we want to unleash this, we've surely already found and played Apotheosis. So I say let's upgrade the Empty Mind to increase our chances of playing Apotheosis as early as possible. Or chalk 'em. Alright. Not particularly helpful because I don't know how often we're going to be not playing black when we need it. But it is nice knowing if we get a bad draw. Wow. Apotheosis turn 1. Okay. Our stance changes are right here. And if we wait to attack him, Sands of Time counts down. Yeah, so I think it's literally going to be just wait till we get back around to the start of our deck again. The Empty Mind will help with that. Okay, so yeah, we can start next turn, which is great because we gotta go next turn regardless. Or I should say he's gonna wake up next turn regardless. So we might at the end of next turn. So we might as well hit him with what we can now. And this is pretty good. This is a good start. We just shuffled the deck, so there's no rush on the Sands of Time. Although at the same time, there's really no reason not to. Now we Empty Mind to get our flurry back. Looks like we picked up another one. So look at that, he's down at 2 on a turn he wakes up. Anything we draw will kill him. Good enough. Nunchaku, that works very well with the Flurry of Blows train. I do like Spirit Shield, however we have 2 Flurry of Blows and an Empty Mind, so I think we are required to take Crescendo there. A shop. Okay. Well, alright, so when we go to the shop, we're looking at 160 or 300 gold because of the pricing of relics. When you enter a shop, any relic that populates here cannot appear again in this run. So that's one of the risks of entering a shop before you have the money to make use of some of the best stuff. Here there are no 300 gold, so that's actually for the better. And the ones we have here available for the 160 range, not good. We don't really have X cards in our deck, and I don't even think the Watcher in general makes good use of this. This is ho-hum. Certainly wouldn't pay the gold for it. We'd have to add a lot of cards to get it back. This does include curses, so there's that, but and then this, oh man, once I figured out what a scam this is, I hate this one. You got to go to 4 question mark rooms to get a relic that could have been this relic in the first place. You need to visit 8 for this to be a net positive, and that's a whole lot of opportunity cost, a lot of time that you spent without the relic that you should have gotten, basically. And sometimes you want your question marks to be specific events, so yeah, I don't like that one at all. I am extremely pleased to see Talk to the Hand. That plays very well with the Flurry of Blows. We have Card Removal Service, and we can even pick up a 3rd Flurry of Blows if we wanted. So the question is, do we want it? Deck is 15 cards currently. A 3rd Flurry of Blows means we have on average 1 in every hand, which means we can get started with shenanigans as early as turn 1, which I think makes it very worthwhile. So here we go. Take the core gameplay of the deck and amplify it. Sure, why not? Excellent. Okay. It's funny because on paper, removing the 2nd and 3rd defend looks really bad, but it always seems to play out. And since we have the strike dummy, our strikes are actually quite respectable. With Apotheosis, so are the defends, but it's a matter of finding the Apotheosis. So we definitely want to keep the deck thin, and I would say that the defends are the weakest link. We are a Furious class with 2 ways of entering Wrath. There's the Apotheosis. Okay. So this is kind of awkward. We don't really have a choice. If we don't enter Wrath, we're taking 14. If we enter Wrath, we're taking 16. Maybe not. What if we said, this is 12. Crescendo before Eruption. Now this is 18. That's 30. These are each 12. I can do math. 54. So that's lethal here, which means we're taking 12, which is less overall. We end up in Wrath, which means any strike hits him. So that is the play here. Oh, wait, hang on. We got to do this first. All right. Sadly, we have to overkill him by a lot, but that is okay. Alright, so this is the best in terms of survivability. Oh yeah, and Orichalcum actually reduces that. Excellent. Alright, so that's just lethal. Wow. I think arguments could be made for every single one of these. Every single one of these. Yep. This plays into Flurry of Blows. Almost needs no explanation. If we're already in calm, it is card draw. This is block, which we've already removed some defends, and is card draw. Since we have the miracle, we can almost guarantee that its card draw is requirement is met. Helps us find the Apotheosis quicker. And then, of course, this also plays with the Flurry of Blows. While our deck is small, the card draw aspect isn't quite as important. And I've fallen so in love with Inner Peace that I've recently learned off camera as I play that at this stage in the game, usually I want to drop out of Wrath. When I take a card like this, as I want to drop out of Wrath. And when I want to drop out of the Wrath, it's for the purpose of self-preservation, which at this point in the game actually makes this a better card than this. So I think this is the play. But I do think all three of them would be good here. I think Empty Body is the play, though. We've removed Defend, so we've lowered our block density. This is more Withstands Change, which allows us to block while continuing to do offense. And that's one of the hardest things about Slay the Spire, in my opinion, is sometimes you're trying to dish out damage to end the fight and protect yourself so you can survive the run. And Empty Body allows us to do both at the same time. Okay. We could probably trigger the Nunchaku this turn, so we have 4 or 5 energy, which is nice, because I'm looking at Flurry of Blows, Eruption, Flurry of Blows, Strike, Empty Body, Flurry of Blows. Let's count that out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, which would trigger this, so we do have that. Okay, so we have a lot of damage we could be playing with here. Let's count it out. 4, 13, 21, and 18 is 39, and then back to 4, that's 43. So with everything, 39 is actually exactly what he has here. So we can do this, this, that for exact lethal there. There's our extra energy. We got out of Wrath to be safe. Or do we? Would starting in Wrath be better? We do have the Crescendo, so let's get out of Wrath to play it safe. Obviously the Crescendo costs energy, but we have a Miracle, and if we can find Apotheosis, it's not. No Apotheosis. For shame. Okay, so let's Flurry of Blows, Crescendo, Flurry of Blows, Flurry of Blows. We can also throw in a Strike, which is lethal. And now we Miracle the Vigilance to block most of what's coming in and get started on that guy. Alright, and we have Sands of Time, which is not lethal, although if we have find a way to get into Wrath, which we can't because both of them are expended. Alright, so Apotheosis. If we Flurry of Blows, Empty Mind, we're not going to get the Flurry of Blows back. Sands of Time is not lethal. Okay, so we do this first, and then this. And we're about to get an extra energy anyways, so... actually this... No, we don't know that that's going to give us Flurry of Blows, that's right. Okay, we got 2. Is that lethal? Indeed it is. Awesome. Bottled Flame is the wrong bottle here, and it's usually considered as the worst. That said, we do have Sands of Time, and we have Talk to the Hand. Bottling Sands of Time is like playing with a curse, though. I think it's a good play, but I don't think it's nearly as good as Talk to the Hand. That's one of the reasons why this is considered one of the worst bottles, is the opportunity cost of taking away one of your original draws if you don't have the protective pack. Or bag of protection or whatever, or preparation, that's what it's called. But Talk to the Hand, though, especially when facing the Guardian, I think that's really good. So let's make sure we get that. That's actually really good, I think. Prostrate, Consecrate. Prostrate's usually a good way to get your foot in the door as far as mantra gain. I don't think Consecrate fits. We already have enough zero cost shenanigans. And frankly, that's part of the reason why I'm thinking of skipping altogether rather than taking a pro straight. I'm starting to get over my little hump of, if you're playing a stance dancing deck, avoid mantra. But I don't think that's a good play here. Let's keep the deck tight. And of course, since we just bottled the talk to the hand, we have to upgrade it because we're almost always going to play it before Apotheosis. Or at least this way it's not Apotheosis dependent. Okay. Good start. Good start. Don't need the armor this turn, but what else are we going to do? Ooh, there we go. Nice. Good pickup. Okay. So now all three Flurry of Blows are upgraded and in the discard pile. So this next turn should be a ton of fun. Especially with the Miracle Plus in hand. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lots to do this turn. Lots and lots. Watch these nunchaku like overheat. I don't care. You can make some armor. We're going nuts regardless. Whee. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done it that way. Because now we end in Wrath. I don't know. With the talk to the hand, every single strike that we land, every single blow that we land, is going to offset the thorns. Because the way the interaction goes, we get the armor first, then the thorns hit. So, talk to the hand upgraded. Talk to the hand plus. Oh, yes. There we go. Vigilance. Very good. Is there any point in using the Miracle Plus to be able to get more strikes in here? Probably not. We really want to, like, unload into him when he's in his other form. Although, we get one more energy if we do this now, so let's do that now. There we go. So he's practically dead. Any sort of Wrath entry, and then Sands of Time is just lethal. And we have full block this turn. Very nice. Very nice. The Guardian is the only real Act 1 boss, in my opinion, so to be able to function so well against him is really great. Bang. You never even got a chance to get back to your first form. What? Strength Potion. Better than Energy? That's a hard call, because a lot of what we're doing is zero cost. And Apotheosis makes the Miracle Plus. It's weird, right? Because they both give us a different kind of reach. Strength Potion's better when, like, boss fights and stuff. This is better for, like, an emergency. I think I'll keep the... Okay. Establishment, even just for Sands of Time, is not the worst of things. If we had bottled that, it would be make even more sense, although now you've got 2 dead cards in your opening hand. I think Spirit Shield's the play here. We do have the card draw, we do have the Miracle. Sometimes we have multiple flurries of blows coming back. So I like Spirit Shield here. It's good survivability. Oh yeah, especially in the late of Sands of Time. This might just be better than the Strength Potion. I'm not sure. Astrolabe. I'm always happy to see Astrolabe. That said, we do have the Strike Dummy. So I don't know that we necessarily want to be randomly converting. We have a nice solid deck here. Without the strikes, our damage core goes down a little bit. So I don't think that's the play here. It might be Slaver's Collar. I still like the Bell, but, you know, I'm told it's not great. So, anyways, that's going to do it for Act 1. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're enjoying it. I look forward to any comments you might have for me, and I will see you in the next act. Take care.